everybody, welcome back to Movieverse for another video. I am Brian. Jason is joining me, and we have an exciting announcement for you guys. We are actually going to see Captain America Civil War this Thursday. So that's like 3 weeks early. I was actually really surprised by like how this happened. So I guess on Twitter they were, Captain America and the Iron Man pages were running like these things saying like you can vote for your city to get an advanced screening or whatever. So our city came up, and I saw the link, and I was like, what? Wait, what? And I clicked on it, and so like basically we got to RSVP for free tickets to see Captain America: Civil War this Thursday. And as soon as I called you, I texted Greg, and like Greg wasn't able to get tickets, but you were able to get a ticket. So I can't believe we're seeing this movie this early. You know what I mean? Like, it's actually really kind of like mind blowing because, like, honestly, I didn't expect to see it for like another like month, and like I was okay with that. And then like this happens, I'm just like, wait, we get to see it like in a few days, like in 4 days. 4 days from now, we'll be seeing this movie. But yeah, like what are your thoughts about going to see this movie?
Yeah, I'm just so glad because you called me and you told me to put you on speakerphone so I could do it on my phone real quick. And I have never rushed on something so fast in my life. And, it's crazy because I got one and I tried to tell other people and they were gone. Yeah. The tickets were gone.
Within minutes they were gone.
So I pretty much, I got some of the last batch of last ticket or something like that. But it was just insane, and I can't thank you enough for calling me.
Yeah, so the reason why we're making this video is because we're going to let you guys know that we will be doing a review of the movie once we see it. So we'll be seeing it Thursday. The showing's at like 7:30. We'll come back here. We'll do a review. We'll put it up for you guys. It will be a non-spoilers review because that's really far out from the movie. And I think that the embargo for the review will be up by then. So we'll be able to put out a non-spoilers review. And then once the movie actually comes out, then we can actually talk about spoilers and stuff like that. But so let's talk about our expectations for this movie. Now, the marketing for this movie has been like on point so far, and I think that we're going to be getting some more footage either tonight or tomorrow. Like this whole week coming up is like Marvel Week on Jimmy Kimmel. Like we're getting like more footage of like Civil War. We're getting a trailer for Doctor Strange. Mm-hmm. Like, mind is being blown. Now, the one thing I will say about this early screening is I don't know if we're going to see any credit scenes.
Right.
Because I think there's supposed to be like 2 or 3 credit scenes, and I'm not sure if we're going to see all of them. We might see one. I'm not sure if we're going to see all. If we see all 3, dude, I'm going to lose my mind. But regardless, I am Team Iron Man, and I know that you're Team Cap.
Yes, sir. And
we can get into a discussion of why we are the team that we are. But I just want to get your actual like expectations for this movie. Like they did a screening over the weekend for like all the news outlets and everything, and I've heard nothing but good things from it. Basically like John Campea put it up there with Winter Soldier and the first Avengers. Like as like his top 3 is Civil War, Winter Soldier, and Avengers, and he said that might change when he goes and sees it again. But yeah, what are your expectations for this movie?
Yeah, I mean, hearing nothing but good things. The Russo brothers did a great job handling Winter Soldier, giving us a different feel for this for a Captain America movie. And I really kind of want to with Age of Ultron we didn't really get that much of a shift. We just got another kind of chance for our heroes to kind of join up and fight a threat.
Yeah, I think a lot of people had an issue with the fact that Age of Ultron was formulaic in the sense that it was a lot like the first Avengers. Right. They were facing a faceless enemy, like an army of like
just drones.
Yeah, things that you have no like attachment to whatsoever. But the difference is with this movie and with Winter Soldier, the Russo brothers are so good at what they've done so far with Captain America. The Winter Soldier is my favorite Marvel movie, like even more so than the Avengers. Like, and it was because they're able to take the style of a political thriller and infuse it with Captain America in this certain way. And then what they're going to be doing with this movie is it's not going to have like a faceless army. It's going to have like characters that we know and love face off against each other. And the comparison has to be made to Batman v Superman, right? Where you have Batman v Superman, which we love those characters, but we don't know these characters. You know what I mean? Like this version of the characters. So it's really hard to have that emotional connection when they're fighting each other. But for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because they've built a relationship with the audience, with these characters over a bunch of these different movies.
8 years with
since the first Iron Man, you have an emotional connection to these characters. So then when they have an argument like they're going to be having in this movie, and they're going to be fighting and stuff like that, you're going to feel it emotionally. And I think that that's what this movie has going for it. It has all the movies behind it that have built up to basically Marvel earning this movie.
Right.
I think Marvel has earned the right to do this movie and to make it really emotional and have stakes. I think the most important thing is to have stakes in this movie. And that makes me really excited. So
I want to be shocked. I know they're saying some things about the endings, because they filmed multiple endings apparently, and it's going to be it's going to shock a lot of people. It's going to make a lot of people sad. And with a movie where you have this team fighting against each other, and not just play fighting, not just having a strong disagreement, but actually, Iron Man actually kind of just slaps Captain America across the room.
Well, Bucky
beats him.
Bucky tries to shoot.
Yeah, and
Iron Man
this is serious. And just like you said, we've had this build up since 2008 and then we're getting this entire shift.
Yeah,
we've had 2 Avengers movie, and now they're going to be split. Yeah, right down the middle. We're not going to get Thor and Hulk obviously, but the lineup that we have, and seeing that next trailer, because seeing that latest trailer just gets me even more excited to see this movie. And
what's really interesting about this is the fact that the next movie where we're going to see these characters would be Infinity War. Like we have Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy, and that type of thing, but we're not going to actually see these characters until we go back to an Infinity War. So it'd be interesting to see what they do with these characters at the end of this movie, where they're left. So I think that what's interesting is that, like, we don't know where these characters are going to be at the end of this movie, and the trailers have barely shown us anything, and I think that that's really important, because it leaves us wondering what's going to happen. Real quickly, because I just noticed the battery is getting low, but why don't you kind of explain why you're Captain America, and then I'll explain why I'm Iron Man, and then we'll have our subscribers sound off below whether they're Team Cap or Team Iron Man.
Okay, well, I'm Team Cap, because seeing his progression from the first Avenger movie up until Winter Soldier, you see his kind of world. He's not trusting of the world so far. That we have that great dialogue between him and Nick Fury about this is governing by fear, not governing for the right reasons. And hopefully we can kind of see a natural progression into the fact that all of these problems are being put on the Avengers' shoulders. And he's saying the safest hands are still our own. Mm-hmm. And, we see a great divide between Iron Man. It's like, no, we need to be put in check.
Yeah.
If that means, if that means, certain things are being done against us, then we need to do those things. That's pretty much the only reason. I don't have a problem with Iron Man, but in terms of them actually against each other, I'm Team Cap.
All right, so here's why I'm Team Iron Man, okay? And I will say that this is a little bit skewed because I read the comic books and I have a specific love for Iron Man and Tony Stark. But what Iron Man is trying to do in this specific storyline in the comics and in here is he's not just looking out for, like, one, he's looking out for the general public. If the general public says that they're afraid and they want to have some type of oversight, Tony is, one, trying to protect the public. Two, and this is a line that he says in the comics when he's talking to a specific woman who is a victim of one of the tragedies that happens in the comic books. He says, I wouldn't trust anybody else with my friends' identities besides myself. And so he knows that if he doesn't do it, it's going to be somebody else, and he trusts himself to handle it more than he would trust anybody else. And so he tries to he wants to keep his friends safe, but he also wants to keep the public safe at the same time. And I feel like, yes, Cap is trying to, save his friends and make sure that they have their freedom or whatever. And I don't think that, I think Iron Man's last resort is to lock somebody up or kill them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think that he's just trying to keep everybody safe. But he's also trying to keep the public safe. And so if he feels that he can keep his friends safe while keeping the public safe, I think that that makes makes a lot of sense. And the fact that, in the comics, Captain America, eventually he gives up and says, I'm not fighting for freedom anymore. I'm just fighting because I can. And I think that kind of shows where Cap goes in that storyline. And I know that the movie isn't going to be the exact same storyline as from the comics, but they're going to borrow similar themes.
Right.
And I will say that I love the Captain America movies. I would say out of the MCU movies, the Captain America movies are my favorite. But as far as the character of Iron Man, of Tony Stark, and what Robert Downey Jr. has done with that character, I love it so much. And I just think that the mindset of trying to keep the public safe, but also worrying about his friends, I think is pretty noble. And I think that Iron Man, Iron Man throughout the comic series, he's always fighting with himself, like, I hope I'm making the right choice. And I think that's one of the beautiful things that the comic did, that the movie should do, is to show that not either side is necessarily right or wrong. And I think that the Russo brothers have actually said that in multiple interviews, that you're gonna, like, some people are gonna side with Cap and some people are gonna side with Iron Man. Sometimes you're not gonna, like, you're like, well, I can see both sides, and not really, you know what I mean? So I think that that's gonna be a beautiful thing that they do with this movie, and I can't wait to see it. I am so excited that we were able to get these early screening tickets. This will be the second movie this year that we've got to see early, but this one's like super early. So it's gonna be hard for me to, like, watch it and then, like, go to work and, like, not tell anybody what happens in the movie.
For a whole 3 weeks,
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep our mouth shut.
Yeah.
So guys, let us know what team you guys are on. Are you Team Cap or you Team Iron Man? Let us know in the comments. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to Movieverse so you can watch all of our videos. We do movie reviews. We just did a spoiler discussion on Batman v Superman. That should be up by the time this video is up as well. We do movie segments on weekends where we talk about all the movie news. So hopefully this coming week, when we get a whole bunch of, like, trailers and new footage and everything, we'll have a lot to talk about. I do unboxing videos as well. And what else is there anything else? I mean, we do a bunch of trailer reactions. We do trailer reactions as well. So we got a whole bunch of content that we do for you guys. So make sure you're subscribed to Movieverse so you don't miss out on any of that stuff. You can follow us on all of our social medias, facebook.com/Movieverse online. You can follow us at Twitter at Movieverse2, Instagram Movieverse online, and send us questions into movieverseonline@gmail.com so we can answer those questions on our movie news segments. And the MTV Movie Awards are tonight. We're supposed to be getting new footage from Suicide Squad, maybe Captain America Civil War. I'm not sure, but I know Suicide Squad for sure. So maybe we'll have some more content to put up tonight, Jason. I'm not really sure. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you're subscribed to Movieverse to catch all of our content, and we will catch you guys next time.